So I think I might be procrastinating. Hey y'all, so you'll never dream where I'm at today. I'm going to tell you a little bit, but first I want to tell you a story. Once there was a lady who liked to paint. Even though she wasn't that great at it, she liked to try her hand at it. Now, she painted signs on wood and painted cornholes and sold them before. And so she decided that she wanted to paint on canvas. So her husband one year bought her a little bag that had some little paints in it and some little canvases and a few little paintbrushes and stuff. He bought it for her for Christmas, and she put it up. And for over a year, she didn't mess with it. I guess it just intimidated her. So finally, she decided she was going to paint. So she got her some bigger canvases, took out her little paints, and started playing and having fun. And for probably the first 6 months, I mean, the dining room and office was nothing but paint. She had a little metal easel that had come with the art set that her husband had given her. And so it worked fine. Everything was great. For her birthday, he took her to Hobby Lobby and they had paints like this. It's regular $14.16, and it was reduced down to $3.65. But there was some like $1 or something. And so, and this is acrylic. And she was just so thrilled to, have all those paints and stuff. And she bought paint along and been painting. So it overrun the house. So she talked her husband into moving all her painting stuff over to her shed. And the problem with that was when you want to paint, you had to cut the air conditioner on in the summer, or you had to cut the heat on, and the heat's tore up in the winter. And you never knew when you was going to get a chance, because in the past, she spent a lot of time painting. At nighttime when she couldn't sleep, she'd get up and go sit in the dining room and paint. Couldn't do that in the shed because that meant you had to go for a walk. She wasn't going to do that at nighttime. So anyway, probably in July of 19, I guess you know the stories about me. And I started on this little painting. Y'all, I know it's not that pretty, so please be kind. But I started on this, and I could not get the paints here to match up. And I was getting frustrated. Randy was in a lot of doctor's appointments. And then, so I just put it to the side. After he passed, I pulled it back out. I wanted these to be little snowballs, flowers. They didn't. But I did get this here to line up. Now, this one's not finished because I wanted to put stars on it. And these have got hearts. And I don't know if I'll put a heart here or a key, but I'm going to put something here. I do want to finish it up. The only flower on here that I like is this one right here. And I'll bring you up close. That is the only flower I like on there. But I brought it back to my house, and I just didn't want to go over to the shed and work. So after he passed, I brought it back. I am in my bathroom, and I'm not going to show you my bathroom. It needs a good cleaning. But I worked on this the first of probably back in spring or summer of last year. Haven't touched it since because just trying to get my going. And so anyway, I don't know what I'm going to do here, but I would like to put a little dragonflower, butterfly, or something on here. Something to give it some more color. And go from there. But this easel, I wanted to show you this easel because I'm so proud of it. We had bought one at Hobby Lobby. It was a big big old huge metal one. And the problem with the lip come up, and so when you put it on there, it's the same problem with this one. You wouldn't, your bottom of your canvas and the top of your canvas wouldn't get painted. So Randy, I'm going to take this off. We took it back because there was no fixing it. There was no way of us fixing it. So he took it back and we went to Hobby Lobby and he bought me this one. And again, I'll show you. If you put this in here, and this board was not there. It was just this little piece here. So when you put that on there, it still blocks you from the end of your canvas. So before we bought it, we discussed what we were going to do. So he just glued 2 little pieces of board together, and he was going to glue it on here, but there's really no sense in it. And he put it there. And then he did the same thing up here, but he did glue that onto there. And so it brings the easel up to where you can paint it. So that's, he did that for me. So when I sit in here and look at this easel, I think of him. And when I paint, I think of him. And when I breathe, I think of him. Oh, my goodness. So when I get the nerve up, I'm going to finish this one. And I'm going to try to start on this other one. So come along with me. We'll see what I get painted and if I don't get anything painted. So I know y'all seen the video where, well, if you haven't seen it, you can see it, but it's on YouTube, where I made the sign, took the board that Randy had and put "Love is Forever," that old sign, that old board. Well, I told Daniel, I said, I'm not making my house into a shrine for your daddy, am I? Because, you know, I don't worship him. I miss him and I love him, but I don't worship him. He said, no. He said, if you're going to do anything, it's Redbirds. Well, I seen something on Facebook that I liked. And I went and got some, I buy cheap. These are $4.99. I buy cheap canvases, and these are 12 by 12 because, you know, I'm not that great, and I'm not worried about, I'm not selling anything. So, well, I'm not selling this. I will have to tell you, my biggest fans for my paintings was Randy and my daughter-in-law, Leah. And stick that over there. They would tell me, oh, Miss Jane, you need to sell them. You need to sell them. And I would put them on Facebook for friends to see. Well, her aunt, it's her aunt by marriage. I had done one. I had a flag. And it had, looked like colored jars and flowers in it with a bird. And I did it. And her aunt wanted to buy it. And so that was the first one that ever said they wanted to buy something that I painted. And so I ended up packaging it up and giving it to Leah to give to her mama to give to her aunt. So when Randy passed away, her aunt didn't make it to the visitation, but her uncle did. And he said, my wife has that painting sitting on her wall in the bedroom. So that was a great honor to me. All right, so here's my little canvas. Isn't it so small? That's not the smallest I've ever worked on. But I'm going to unscrew this here. Well, maybe I need to unscrew it a little looser. And I'm just going to bring these out to the edge because I like them out at the edge. And then I'll push down and tight. And then I have other paintbrushes, but obviously they must still be in the shop because I haven't brought everything over. I plan on cleaning my smallest bedroom out and turning that into my whatever room. But I do have this little brush, and it, like I said, it's very flimsy, but I'm going to show you what I'm doing. All right, so I use the gesso to get my canvas ready. And so all I'm going to do is I'll put a coat on, let it dry, and then I'll come back and put another coat on. So it's really not that hard. It's kind of, it's just white looking and it's thick. And like I said, I just... Okay, that's the first coat. Okay, so I have my second thing of primer. It's, you know, it's wintertime and it's been raining. And so, excuse me, I'm having a bad hair day. Yeah, it's sticking up. But, and I didn't put it up the way I usually put it up. But anyway, it took it a while for the second coat to really dry. So, I'm not going to bore you with how I'm going to try to do this background. But if it looks okay, I'll be back to show you. All right. So here is my background. I'm actually pretty happy with it. Now, looking at it on camera, I don't know if I'm as happy with it because I think I might want to dull this down a little bit more. But I think it looks pretty good. I used titanium white, turquoise green, a warm gray, and I used a titanium off-white. It's a dark titanium white. And I just kind of blended those together. Oops. And, sorry. And, that's my background. So I'm just going to let that dry and, see where my paintbrush leads me. Here's my, branches that I've added on. Now, I'll have to tell you, I have a tendency to lay my hand down, but this is wasn't completely dry. I think it might be dry now, but the branches are not dry. So, but I just wanted to show you how it's going. So, I think when this gets dried, I'm going to put a red bird here, and I want to put a red bird here, but I'm going to put the female and I'm going to put a male, because everybody, and I was over the male, but you know, the female, if it wasn't for her, there wouldn't be any males. And if it wasn't for him, there wouldn't be any females. So, but anyway, so I'm pretty happy with it right now. So this is the first coat of the red birds. I've got some of my little red berries up there. Haven't finished them. My little red bird, and there's my little red hen. I just did the basic coat, and I'm gonna let that dry and then go from there. So I brought this into the dining room because I like things to lay down. And there's my female, and there's my male, and then I'm still getting my little berries on there, and we shall go from there. So when I was in high school, I decided my senior year they offered art. And so I decided, I think it was my senior year, I decided to take it. And I thought, this is going to be a great way to learn how to draw or paint or do something like that. Wrong. It was more or less for ones that already knew how to paint and draw. It was not me. I did not know how to paint and draw. I remember one assignment, I had to draw a bird. Well, I drawed I use rulers and stuff like that. But I drawed a parakeet. But I could get one wing right, but I couldn't get the other wing right. And I fought with that thing, and I fought with that thing, and that teacher she was determined that I was going to get that thing. And I was fussing and fussing, so I had to say it. But one day the teacher walked out, and one of the other students, she got aggravated because I couldn't get it. And so she went over there and she erased it, and she drew the wing. And so when the teacher come back, the wing was done. Oh, that was cheating, I know. But I did paint it, and she actually took some of ours to the fair, but they didn't put them in they didn't put them out for display for our school. So that was a little upsetting because I did go to the fair to see it. But anyway, I didn't learn to draw. No, And so I still can't draw. So what I get is what I get. So here's the next step. I've got, I think, I don't know if I had my berries on there a while ago, but I made bigger berries. And I put some leaves and just a few more little twigs in on the trees and stuff. So now I'm going to add some snow. I wish it would snow here. All we're getting is rain. All right, it's completed. I'm going to pull you up a little closer if I can. There's my female and my berries and snow. It's a snowy day. Can't get snow here, hardly. We ain't had a good snow in 11 years. So I have to make my own snow, and then I signed it. So the only other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the sides because I'm not going to frame this when I put it up. So I'll show you the sides when I get done with it. Well, here is the finished product. I just got it on my dresser, but I do have to, here's the sides, how the sides will look. I do have to seal it, and I'm not doing that today. I got to find my seal stuff, but I think it looks pretty good. Happy Redbird Day. Do they have a Redbird Day? I don't even know. But I didn't procrastinate on this one, did I? That is sad that it has been a year and a half, over a year and a half, almost, yeah, a year and a half since I finished a painting. So I'm quite pleased with it, y'all, I must say. Take care, and God bless.